Welcome to another edition of the F.I.T Show.
Fit, wellness center, personalized, fully integrated training. Good evening and welcome to another edition of the F.I.T Show. Tonight we're going to be covering the topic of yoga. What is it, its benefits, and how we can incorporate it into our daily lives. I'm going to check in with Tara Leigh, one of the yoga instructors here on the island, and together we're going to be demystifying yoga. We have that coming up right after this break.
I came from Colorado to see Dr. Williams.
Yoga seems to be one of those topics, Tara, is foreign and maybe even taboo for most islanders.
The Sanskrit name yoga simply means union, which is a union basically between our breath and our workout. I think that especially in our modern world, we really go to the gym and we work really hard, and then we go to work and we work really hard, and we never take a time to step back and realize that we need to utilize both our breath and our balance and our physicality and all of these things in life to be able to live a rounded life. So in yoga, in our asana practice, we really like to try to bring a balance between our life and balance between the actual physicality of working out, but at the same time the balance between being able to give back to yourself, take a moment for yourself, and take a moment to just let go of all the surroundings around us and just breathe through what is important to us in life, which makes such a difference and such a huge health factor difference in our lives, which is so important too. It's so fantastic to go and work out and be able to give it back to yourself in that way, but if you don't take a moment just to let it all reside into your body, you're not really giving yourself that health benefit in the end. So that is really what I love about yoga and would love to be able to promote to so many other people, is that it's not something that's just about stretching. While stretching is a huge component to yoga, it is really about increasing your range of motion, increasing your flexibility, increasing your strength, as well as giving back to yourself, as well as being able to work with your breath, as well as being able to work with so many other components of your body that you just don't utilize on a day-to-day basis.
Yoga is not something new. It's been around for a very long time. It's an actual ancient spiritual practice.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And I like to think that it was something that the ancient did as a way of maintaining balance, physicality, focus. It's really rare to combine strength, flexibility, balance, coordination in a way to restore.
Yes, and give back to your body, but yet at the same time give your body strength, give your body's flexibility, as you're saying, range of motion, giving back to yourself in so many beneficial ways, but at the same time getting the benefits of what a workout will do for you at the same time. And yes, you're right. In times way before our times now, we often use other forms of exercise to be able to get ourselves to a means of health. And in modern days, I think that we've kind of taken a step back from that and really went into more medical ways to heal ourselves of things that we really, honestly, we have the ability to heal within ourselves if we have a strong body, strong core, strong legs. Disease won't live within us. So it's really a nice, amazing thing that we're returning to something like yoga to be able to go from our ancient past to really be able to work into our future as far as stabilizing and balancing what is important in our life now.
that's why yoga is so important, and that's why it's getting a lot of attention now, is because it's probably the only discipline that brings balance, strength, coordination, focus in a way that allow the body to restore itself.
And it's just such an easy concept of being able to like come in tune with your breath and with your world of your own body. Yet at the same time, it's something that we hardly ever do. And in my beginning classes, in my more restorative classes, with a lot of my beginners, that's our first thing that we work on, is just getting yourself to be able to breathe through all of your poses. And that is such a huge thing for them, because it's something that we're not used to doing. We really honestly go through life so busy, and we forget to give back to ourselves. We forget that there are points in our lives where it's so important mentally, health-wise, to just take a break. And that's what, through stretching and through our physicality, and trust me, in my power classes, we work out really hard. You still need to be able to give back to yourself. So it's a really great exercise, but also a great health reason to come back to yourself.
Yeah. And we don't want to make the mistake that yoga is just about stretching and flexibility.
No, exactly. It's also about working your butt off.
But the very definition of yoga is about union.
Yeah, about union. The union between your body and your mind and your soul and your spirit and all of those things, which comes from the original teachings, as you were saying, which is out of ancient times.
Now that we clarified a little bit what yoga is, Tara, let's probably talk about some of the benefits. And some of the immediate benefits that you probably get a deeper focus.
Yeah, and I would say your range of motion is increased. I would definitely say on a physicality, your body is going to become so much stronger. You're going to be utilizing muscles in your body that you don't even think about using on a daily basis in so many different poses. It is a very great cardiovascular workout, as well as a very great toning workout.
From a meditative point of view, as I mentioned, it allows calm and tranquility. Restorative, in other words, will stimulate a lot of the internal organs that's generally not targeted.
Exactly, especially in more of a yin or restorative classes that we do. You're holding these poses far longer than you would on a regular basis, getting into the tissue of the muscle, transforming your body, literally. And in time, within a couple classes, you will see changes in your body that you just are unbelievable, and you would never have thought, simply because of this process of, like you said, this union between breathing through these poses, returning to your meditative state, returning to your mind, but yet at the same time being able to work through physical, challenging poses. Core is hugely important, and we use our core throughout the entire poses, so that strengthening your core is great. Strengthening your legs is great. A lot of people believe that your heart is what is so important for pumping your blood through your body, which it is. However, your legs are so important for being able to pump your blood to your extremities. So strong legs, obviously, is hugely going to be a major benefit. Most of our poses that we do and our asana sets are all for your legs. So that really helps for your heart, helps for your cardiovascular system, helps open your airways. 1,000 benefits can be said about yoga.
In the intro, you may have seen Tara and myself doing a few of the crazy poses. And that's just an example of the extent that you can go to. But it's important to understand, yoga is individual.
And yoga is for anyone. I mean, it has a level that you can take it to. You can go to Crazy David level, or you can go to or my level, or you can go to the levels that are right for your body. Yoga is about you. It's your practice. So it is so important to be able to just give back to yourself. That's what makes yoga so much more individual than other practices of exercise, because it is about you primarily. So I can have a class of 20 people, and each and every person has done a completely different practice from the other person, because this practice is about them and about how to work on their personal body, how to achieve their personal goals, which is so phenomenally great.
I always like to say it's about finding your individual edge.
Yes, exactly. And working with your own edge to push yourself further and further, but within a tranquil place for your body to be able to give back to itself in that restorative state that you were saying.
Discomfort.
Comfortable discomfort.
Comfortable discomfort. So you may see somebody who is able to maybe extend their chest beyond their knees. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're...
But you have to,
that
exactly.
It just means they have to go a little further to find the edge than you do.
And their range of motion can be completely different to yours. And in time, maybe your range of motion will be the same as theirs. So it's something that there's always somewhere to go in yoga. You always have a new challenge for yourself. So you'll never find that you get burnt out or bored of, you know, running on the treadmill or anything, because yoga will be able to take you to a new level every single time you practice. And every single time you practice, something different is going to happen.
Yoga is for everybody.
Yes, it is.
Matter of fact, I would suggest that if you do resistance training, it's probably more beneficial for you. It's a great complement to add yoga as part of one of their disciplines, because it helps balance you.
Yes, and when we're doing a lot of resistance training and things like that, we're really working very, very hard with these muscles. So it's a really nice way to be able to elongate those muscles, be able to flow through that, is to use yoga as a way to stretch everything out and give back to yourself. It's still a very physical practice. However, at the same time, it is something that is going to be able to strengthen those muscles in different ways by allowing the lactic acid to come out, by allowing ourselves to be able to rejuvenate and replenish the body. You'll find that you're going to be able to build up muscles a lot faster with being able to give back to them in this way. If I was someone coming to your gym, not having known anything about yoga, and I was like, I'm interested, David, in yoga, and I want to get started, what would you say to them? Like, what would you suggest to them, and why would you say it would be a good or bad thing for them to do yoga?
Simplest reason is that everyone, whether you exercise or not, walking every day, you're simply fighting against gravity. The body loses inches every day. We lose so much length every day, and when we sleep, the body restores itself. So your spine just gradually compress. Those fluids are leaked out, and you lose height. So one of the things, one of the benefits of yoga, it helps the body to restore this sense of elongation, as we spoke about.
Yes.
And the body naturally gets rigid as we get older anyway.
Definitely.
There's a saying that you're only as healthy as the flexibility of your spine. So yoga is another way to offset that natural rigidness and atrophy that generally happens just as we get older. So just a simple matter of keeping a healthy spine and maintaining this sense of elongation and spaciousness is for everybody. Maybe explain to the viewers how an average person can incorporate yoga into their daily practice.
In yoga, we can always take it to another level. We can always make it more challenging, but it's really great to be able to start off with the basics and then go from there.
We'll take a break here, and when we come back, Tara will take you to a basic sun salutation.
I came from Colorado to see Dr. Williams.
Walk you through a basic salutation, a basic sun salutation, and we're going to go through that motion together. So again, there's all different levels to this, but I'm going to show you the actual most basic level to that, and then we can go from there. So we're going to inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. We're going to inhale, halfway lift, coming into a tabletop position, lifting our back so that it's perfectly straight. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to take our head to our knees. Keep your knees bent. You never want to lock any joints. Taking your head to your knees. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to take our hands into downward facing dog position. And that's basically having our hands this far apart, shoulder widths apart. Take your feet back and then come into a downward facing dog. So this is what downward facing dog looks like. Your feet are hips width apart. You're pressing back through those shoulders. Your drishti, or your point of focus, where you're looking, where your head is between your legs. From there, we're going to rotate ourselves forward into a plank position. In plank position, you can come down to the knees by all means. And then we're going to lower ourselves down to the mat. From here, we're going to come up into what's called cobra. Exhale, bring yourself back down to the mat. Tuck those toes under and push yourself up into your plank position. From plank position, we're going to take yourself back to a downward facing dog. From downward dog, we're going to walk those feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, tabletop position. Exhale, head to those knees. Keep those knees bent. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale our hands to heart center. Hands to the side of the body. And that is your full sun salutation.
Welcome to another edition of your Fit Tip segment. On this segment, we want to define fitness. What is it to be truly fit? There are some who will define fitness as the ability to be able to walk or run for long distance without tiring, while others will define fitness as being nutritionally sound, eating as close to nature as possible. And there are still others who will define fitness as the ability to be able to pick up, push, or carry loads of weights. Still, there are others who will define fitness as being extremely flexible. Fitness is a combination of all those things. There are 5 components to fitness: muscle strength, muscle endurance, flexibility, cardiovascular conditioning, and nutrition. All those things have to work together in a complete unit. They are inextricably linked and woven together in a complete process. So for you to consider yourself fit, all those components have to be part of your exercise regimen. That's my fit tip for today. Until next time, may good health continue to be your goal and your reward. Fit, wellness center, personalized, fully integrated training.